Okay. It's a little bit of a lengthy story, but I'll try to condense it.
We can do the Cliff Notes
do
version.
a Reader's Digest version.
Yes.
Okay.
Frank, sit down and relax.
I'm
this
relaxing.
Is a classic
these
story.
are words of wisdom from Al Snow. I will listen.
Okay. So, I, as you know, being a man of many colors and talents, have become a host of an all little person, or basically midget, wrestling show. I love doing it. Everybody has known that, small people equal big entertainment. I mean, even the circus has known that. It's been a historical fact. So I have gotten the opportunity to be involved with this. And one night, the promoter came to me and said, look, I can't take you back. It's like a 3-hour ride. I've got to go to the next town. But you can ride back with the guys. Now, for the sake of anonymity, I will change all of their names. It's Al Snow and his 6 dwarfs. So we've got Angry, Doc, Sleepy, Sneezy, and Ralphie. Okay? I call him Ralphie because he reminded me of Ralph Wiggum from The Simpsons.
Okay.
About as dumb as a box of doorknobs. So the promoter is about to hand me the keys to the big 12-passenger van that has some of the back seats taken out, so that I guess they could camp out or use it as an RV or something. I don't know. It doesn't take a lot of. They don't take a lot of space. And Angry walks up as the keys are about to be passed to me and snatches the keys out of my hand and says, what's the problem? You don't think I can drive? And I'm like, no, you can drive. I'm sure you can drive. And I can't. I'm a grown man. I'm like, okay. Granted, some of us have stopped growing at a certain point, and others kept going. But anyhow, so he goes over to the van and begins to strap blocks of wood on the balls of his feet so that he can reach the pedals. So we get in, all the rest of my gang get into the van. Sleepy, Doc, and Ralphie, and Sneezy, and of course Angry's at the wheel. And we begin to drive. And after about 20 minutes, I go, hey, first, can we stop up here at the pilot station? He goes, yeah, sure, no problem. Angry's, he's fine with that. So we stop. He goes, yeah, I'm a little thirsty myself. I go, okay. And I go to the bathroom, and I come out. And as I come out, I realize that I can see the top of Angry's head above the aisle. And I'm like, how can I do that? I don't see how that's possible. I walk at the end of the aisle, and the reason that I can is because Angry still has the blocks of wood on his feet walking on the floor. Like, what are you doing? He says, I'm shopping. Why? And I said, I can do that, but why do you still have the blocks of wood on your feet? Because it takes too much time. Take them off, put them back on. I'm still driving. Okay. Calm down, Angry. I'll go do my own thing. So I go get myself a Diet Coke and some trail mix, and off I go to the to the van. And out come Doc and Sneezy and, Ralphie and the rest. And we all get in the van, and out comes Angry. Now, this is where things kind of take a turn for the worse. Angry is carrying underneath his arm, on the blocks of wood that he's walking with, a 30-pack of beer. If anybody's had any experience with the diminutive parts of, diminutive people, they will know that alcohol and these people do not mix.
No, they don't.
So, and remember, Angry is driving. So I'm a little concerned. So I say, hey, what are you doing? What do you mean? You're not going to drink, are you? Yeah, I'm going to drink a beer. What do you? I'm a grown man. I can drink a beer. I'm of age. You want to see my driver's license? No, that's not what I'm talking about. You're driving. I can drink a beer or two. It's not going to kill me, and it ain't going to kill you. So shut up. I'm like, okay, all right. So I hear from the back of the van, Ralphie proclaims, well, I don't drink. Well, this gets Angry's wrath turned on Ralphie. He now begins to call him every kind of, sissy and every other name that I can't mention on the air because of the FCC. And,
Thank you very much.
And then, of course, the rest of the gang of my dwarves jump in and start belittling Ralphie. And, I got to admit, to turn the heat and the wrath of Angry away from me, I get on Ralphie, too.
Of course, you will stir this up.
Yeah, of course. So I begin to motivate Ralphie to drink a beer. I finally convince Ralphie to drink a beer, and then I convince him to chug a beer. Now remember, Ralphie doesn't drink any beer, plus he's rather small. So the minute he finishes the first beer, I throw in the second. And the minute he finishes that, I'm throwing the third. Now, as I'm throwing the third, I kind of hear that sound of aluminum cans rolling around on the floorboard, but they're not coming from Ralphie's direction. They're coming from Angry's. And I look over, and Angry's got 5 of them laying around his feet.
And Angry's driving, right?
As Angry's driving the van. And he's got a 6th one in his hand. So I get a little alarmed. Like, Angry, might want to slow down. I'm fine. And as the words "I'm fine" are leaving his mouth, I notice that a familiar sound of the van lifting to the right and the sound of because we're hitting the rumble strips as we're going off the road.
Oh, my God.
So I see an IHOP up ahead. I go, oh, perfect. I'm hungry. Let's pull off, thinking that I can get everybody out of there and I can get everybody to eat. Maybe I can sober up Angry, and at the very least, maybe I can get the keys away from him and then resume the drive of about an hour and a half that we still have left on our wonderful trip. So we get out at the IHOP, and I won't bore you with many more details other than the fact that Ralphie is completely hammered. Angry is not in the best of state, and they begin to get in an argument. And then Ralphie falls out of the van. Lays there, upset, like a turtle on his back, until the rest of the gang help him up. And then I noticed as I look over, Angry has gotten out of the van and is walking to the IHOP with the blocks on his feet still. Now keep in mind, this is about 2 o'clock in the morning when all the bar crowd of normal people have let out. So that IHOP is packed with drunk people, and I'm about to walk in there with 6 midgets. And one of them is on blocks of wood. So as we're walking to the IHOP, I'm like, really? Seriously? You're going to go in here with the blocks of wood? I told you it's too hard to get them off. It's too hard to put them on, blah, blah, blah. I know, but don't you think that makes us rather conspicuous, not to mention that we are anyway? I mean, look at us. Wow, yeah, screw you. So he starts yelling at me. As he's yelling at me, I look past him, and I notice as he's close to the door, Ralphie walks headfirst into the plastic trash can by the entrance, and then falls backwards on his ass again. He's now again like a turtle and can't get up and begins to cry. Now, Angry turns his wrath on Ralphie and starts yelling at him. Now, Ralphie's trying to get to his feet, and, I turn around, and every face is plastered against the windows of this walking in the parking lot. I should have probably just aborted the mission, but at this point I figured, what the hell? So we head on to the IHOP. We get seated. One seat leads to another. Ralphie and Angry begin arguing. Angry runs around the table on the blocks of wood still and shoves Ralphie off the chair. I try to break up the fight. Angry now starts cussing at me at the top of his lungs and swinging at me and trying to headbutt me in the groin. Begins to try to kick me with the blocks of wood on his feet. Now, at this point in time, I, standing in a full IHOP as a grown man, am deciding and debating, how bad is this going to look if I punch this? He's really starting to get me mad. And I'm thinking to myself, you know what? I'm going to knock this midget out. I don't care how bad I look about knocking him out. I'm going to knock him out. I'm going to knock the midget out. I'm going to knock the midget out right now. And as I'm ready to knock the midget out, all of a sudden I hear from the side of me, Ralphie comes barreling across and literally football spears Angry off the blocks of wood, and they both go crashing into a table full of people.
Oh, my God.
So they're both laying on their backs like turtles where they can't get up, screaming. And the IHOP manager, who is a lady, comes running out, screaming, "You get out of here now! Get out of here!" not to mention the entire chaos and pandemonium of the rest of the restaurant that now is all abuzz and going crazy because they're all drunk too. And Ralphie is crying. Angry is cursing and calling the woman unnatural names. She's threatening to call the police and then proclaims that we are all banned from IHOP. So I'm now rather upset because I love IHOP.
Yeah,
who doesn't love IHOP?
Town, I'm no longer allowed to go there. I was concerned that it was a national ban, which would have really upset me. So we get kicked out of the IHOP. Story's not over yet. There's plenty more. We get kicked out of the IHOP. I still have to get keys from Angry. So Angry's trying to get his blocks of wood and strap them back on his feet. I go, look, why don't you just give me the keys? I can drive. I go, look, give me the keys. Not to go into any more detail than necessary, I convinced Angry that I can now talk Ralphie, who's drunk, into getting naked. And once we get him naked, Angry's the only one that I trust who will stand at the back of the double doors, he along with Doc. And at key moments, I will turn on all the dome lights and we'll open them up in front of a car. And the doors open up in front of the car, and that way the people in the car behind us will see Ralphie naked.
Oh, my
Angry
gosh.
loves this idea, and I love it too because Angry is now giving me the keys. So I begin to drive. So, about 15 minutes later, due to my wonderful powers of persuasion of being in the wrestling business for as long as I've been in it, I'm able to talk a drunken midget into getting naked. The only thing he has now on are his shoes and his pride. Thank God he had his shoes on. We'll get to that later in the story. So, I go, anywho, here's the plan. Get all the other guys on the board there. We go out on the highway. We get up in front of I think it was a SUV or minivan, I'm not sure which. But you could tell there was a family in it, which was perfect. I whip up in front of them, and I click the dome light. I scream now. The back doors fly open, and there's Ralphie acting like he's masturbating.
Oh, my God.
So now everybody's laughing. We're having a great time. The car's beeping its horn, flashing its lights. You know what I mean? This is a win-win. So I say, great. We'll do a couple more cars, 2 or 3 or 4. We probably should have stopped at the first one. But, things are going good. You might as well just keep them going good, I guess.
Absolutely, until it fails, right? Mm-hmm.
Exactly, and boy, did it fail. So, we get up to about the 5th or 6th car. I don't remember which, but I know we had to do about 75 or 80 miles an hour to get up in front of that one. When you're going down the highway, how right as you come to an overpass, there's like that little bump.
Yes.
Yeah. Everything's going swimmingly. About 75 miles an hour, I'd say. Okay, everybody's laughing.
I know. I can feel it.
I go, now! And I flip on the dome lights, and I'm looking in the rearview mirror, and then boom, and I see Ralphie kind of go up in the air. I'm like, what the hell? And then I hear everybody go, stop the car, stop the car, stop the car. And you just hear somebody screeching like a banshee. Oh, shit. So I pull over the car, pull the van over by the road. I look back, and I see Angry and Doc hanging out the back, holding on to a naked Ralphie who's hanging out the back of the van.
Oh, my God.
And apparently we had, he didn't get hurt, just scared him to death, and rubbed the toes of his shoes off. So, thank God he had his shoes on. Ralphie's now crying again, not so much, and not so much about the near-death experience as much as it was about the fact that we had ruined his only pair of shoes. So I gave him $35 to go buy himself another pair of shoes because I felt guilty that I'd almost killed him.
Yeah, that's a pretty fair trade-off. $50, for the guy to still be alive.
Yeah. new pair of shoes. And so everybody was pretty sober after that. It was all a quiet ride back the rest of the way there. So.
Only you, Al Snow. Only you. Absolutely.
Well, only you could tell a great story like that one. We appreciate your time. Just wrap stuff up. Dave, you've got the information
this
right there.
Friday, Mondo Wrestling a Go-Go. Tickets are on.
We'll open at 6:30. We've got a live band playing. We've got a singer. We've got a magician. We've got a comedian. We've got a contortionist. We've got drag kings. I forgot to mention.
Oh my God,
Women
drag kings!
Wow.
Dressed as men. We have drag queens who will be doing the Rocky Horror Picture Show. We have aerial acts. We've got a hula hoop striptease, a trick gun striptease. We've got girls juggling fire. Probably a woman is going to probably set her boobs on fire at one point. I don't know.
So it's like getting a cheese pizza with the works, is what you're telling me.
Pretty much, it's a Supreme Pizza. Yeah.
Oh my
There you
gosh!
go.
And tickets are available at ovwrestling.com. And then, of course, next Friday in Cedarburg, Wisconsin, Al Snow going one-on-one with the great Seagull Tony Scarpone. And those
Seagull, Scarpone. I will be taking him on, like I said, clipping the wings of the mighty Gold One. And we'll see how, I'm sure people, please show up. You're going to be very entertained for both shows.
Excellent. Al, appreciate your time. Continued success. We will see you very, very soon.
Thank you guys very much, and please don't continue to threaten me, okay, Frank?
Got it.
All right, Al, you take care, my man. Thank you.